talk a little bit about one of my favorite restaurants in all of Walt Disney World, and that is actually at Animal Kingdom Park, and it is the Yak Yeti Restaurant. This is located in the Asia section of Animal Kingdom Park, and it is a must visit if you are going and spending some time here. Animal Kingdom is the kind of park where everything is a little more relaxed. There aren't as many attractions to run off to. There's a lot of trails that you can go and explore and a lot of animals to see. And this also makes it a really good park for a sit-down meal. Sometimes I don't recommend sit-down meals when you're having a busy Magic Kingdom day with maybe a long list of things you want to do, because it can take a lot of park time away by sitting down and having a seated meal. At Animal Kingdom Park, this is the perfect park to have as a bit of a relaxed day, a peaceful day, and that means spend some time enjoying some excellent food in a beautiful environment, and Yak Yeti is the place to do that. This is a Pan-Asian inspired menu, but don't be alarmed if you have kids who are picky eaters. There is still a very healthy kids menu of some of their favorites, things like chicken tenders and cheeseburgers and American fare as well. So you don't all have to be adventurous eaters to find something on this menu that you're going to enjoy. Although I will say, if you do have a little bit more of an adventurous palate, or you like some of that Pan-Asian cuisine, try some of the specials and some of the tried and true favorites. You're gonna hear a lot about the ahi tuna nachos. I saw those delivered to a table right next to me. They are a very popular starter or meal. They're very large, so be able to share those with a few other people if you are going to get the nachos. On my trip to Yak Yeti most recently, I was there with a really good friend of mine, and she is someone who has a very similar palate to myself, and so we were able to share a couple different dishes, and I want to talk about what we had because it is food that I've consistently thought about since we got home, and I can't wait to go back and maybe try one of these again, or the other items on the menu. The menu is very large, so this is definitely a place where you can find a lot of different options, and you're gonna want to go back more than once to try out some different eats. So for our trip, there was a special on the menu that was a scallop and shrimp special with a curry flavor. So if you like curry, it wasn't super forward. She did warn us, that our server Amanda told us that it was a little bit of like a medium spice, but I will say honestly, it was more of a light spice from my perspective. It's rare that Disney is going to do something that is very spicy because it's kind of an alienating thing for a lot of guests. So this one I would say was more of a light spice. If you're spice adverse, just kind of keep that in mind. You can ask as well kind of what the spice flavors might be on each of the dishes on the menu. But that scallop and shrimp dish was absolutely incredible. The flavors were really rich. There was a lot of complex flavors, which is I think why I like this restaurant so much. It is not going to be that one flavor profile per food. This is really dynamic and it's really delicious. We also shared a very popular menu item because I'd heard a lot of people talk about it, and I wanted to try it for myself, and it was the dragon roll bowl. Think of a dragon roll sushi deconstructed and put into a bowl form. You can't go wrong with all those ingredients, and this one was delicious. It was a very large portion as well. All of the portions here are significantly larger than a lot of what you can get in some of the different sit-down restaurants at Disney World. So keep that in mind. Sharing is a great idea. You're probably gonna have the ability to take some back with you if you wanna carry your leftovers around with you. So just keep in mind, for the value and for the price that you're gonna get some of these dishes, anywhere between $15 to maybe $40, you're getting a lot of food. There's also a very robust cocktail menu and some mocktails as well. So if you want to indulge in something on the menu, go ahead and check those out. I was able to have a delicious margarita that had some watermelon, very light and refreshing, and it came with a shaker that I was able to take home with me. So a little bit of a souvenir, an unexpected souvenir, but one that I'm excited to have at my bar at home. There is also a really great dessert menu. We didn't have any room for dessert by the time our meal was finished, but I will say it looks great. So if you are thinking about dessert, if you're a sweet tooth kind of person, make sure that maybe you share that meal and save room at the end. Now, when you walk into Yak Yeti, it is definitely giving you those Pan-Asian influences in the decor. The lighting is a little bit more dim. The colors are really rich. The heavier woods, the reds, the oranges, and the golds. It is a beautiful place to sit down and relax, and it was very quiet. Sometimes my concern with some of the restaurants in Walt Disney World is because you have a lot of crowds, it can get really noisy in certain places. This one was not that way. So I will say if you're looking for kind of a place to kind of decompress from being in the park, or you want to have more of a quiet meal where you can sit and talk and enjoy a conversation, this is a great place for it. Now, these reservations can be a little bit difficult to get because it is a smaller size restaurant and a very popular one because of how excellent the food is. So make sure that at that 60-day mark, you're getting on there at 6 a.m. Eastern time to book those reservations for the day that you want. We ended up having a 10:45 a.m. lunch. So while we sat down at 10:45, we were not eating until after 11, but having an early lunchtime was actually fantastic for us. It was not very crowded. We were able to get in and then still enjoy the rest of the afternoon in Animal Kingdom Park. So as far as I'm concerned, Yak and Yeti is a must do, is a must return. I can't wait to take my family there. I think my entire family is going to love this restaurant. So keep in mind, if it's something that you want to check out, that you look at the menu online, make those reservations early. And if you've been to Yak and Yeti before, let me know in the comments, what is your favorite dish to get there? Because I had a very hard time deciding which ones I wanted to try out because there were so many good looking options on the menu. So let me know in the comments which your favorite dish at Yak and Yeti, and make sure that you like and subscribe for more tips about Walt Disney World and the other theme parks in Florida. Thanks for watching.